Hello students, lecture 40. In this video lecture we will discuss about decentralization of power in 1992, the concept of local self-government and an experiment in Brazil regarding to sharing of power or the federal mechanism. So first, let us have a look on decentralization of power in India in 1992. So first we'll have a look what was the scene before 1992 so that the necessity of decentralization was felt. Before 1992, state governments were not having independent powers. And many a times central government dismissed and suspended many state governments. Second, panchayati governments were not in formal existence. Elections to the panchayati body were not held regularly after a period of 5 years as were held in states and central government. And there was only one election commission for the whole country, which was inadequate to conduct free and fair elections in the country, and women were not having any reserved seats in local body government or the panchayat government. So to all these effects, Government of India felt that now the panchayati system should be brought formal informal power, and a decentralization to this effect was done in 1992. Now come to after 1992, what had happened or the provisions of decentralization in India in 1992. Now onwards, panchayati governments were brought into formal existence. Elections to panchayati body were now onwards held regularly. State governments were given adequate power, and now center government had no power to dismiss any state government. Seats were reserved for women candidates, 1/3 seats for women candidates in panchayati elections. Seats were also reserved for SC, ST, OBC in all election bodies. And an independent election commission was given to every state to organize, to conduct free and fair elections for panchayati raj or the local self-government. So these were the provisions of the decentralization in 1992. Now next comes the idea of local self-government. What was the idea of local self-government? Now, reason for local self-government. The basic idea behind local self-government was that there are large number of issues which can be settled at the root level, because local self-government are called the root level government. Second, the root level, the local self-government people have better ideas where to spend money, what are the developmental aspects. Number 3, at local level, people may participate at large scale in democratic process. So these were the reasons for bringing local self-government into formal existence. Next is composition and functions of local self-government. Local self-government is a 3-tier, that is 3-level government. At the root level is the village panchayat, and voters in a village, all voters in a village are the members of Gram Sabha, and they organize the monitoring meeting twice a year. Second, a few Gram Panchayats fall under a block and make Panchayat Samiti or the block mandal. The elected member out of these village panchayats is called the chairman. Among the sarpanches of these villages, one person is elected democratically by all elected members of the village panchayats. It is called chairman. All samitis or block mandal collectively make Jila Parishad, and Jila Parishad is the top level local self-government body, and elected member of Jila Parishad is called mayor. This was the concept of villages. Now in cities and towns, that is, in cities and towns, the local self-government body came into Parishad, that is wards. Wards are similar to that of village, and they have their parshads, and among all elected parshads there is one elected member, that is chairman, and that is the Jila Parishad, that is called chairman. Then what were the achievements of local self-government? After that, what did local self-government achieve? It was introduced by Balwant Rai Committee. This is an additional information for you. The local self-government was first initially recommended by Balwant Rai Committee. It helped to deepen the root level democracy. The main force towards local self-government was deepening of democracy. It increased the representatives' participation at the root level democracy. Today, there are more than 36 lakhs elected representatives all over India in Panchayati Raj system. And you might be wondered to know that this is the population of many European countries. 36 lakh is population of many European countries, and 36 lakhs we have elected representatives in the village panchayat only. So it is the biggest achievement of local self-government that involved large number of participation at the village level, at the root level. After having so many powers decided by the constitutional amendment, yet local self-government or the panchayats are facing many problems. What are these problems faced by local self-government? Problem number 1, Gram Sabha, Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad are not organizing their meetings regularly, which is required to be organized twice a year. Yet at many places it is not organized even once a year. Number 2, most of the state governments have not transferred many powers to local self-government. Number 3, states are not allocating adequate funds to the panchayat to meet their requirements of local self-government developmental aspects. These are the problems faced by Panchayati Raj or the village panchayats at present. The last article of this chapter is an experiment in Brazil. Brazil is a country in Southern America, and having is exercised a big experiment in the city of Porto Alegre, and it was an extraordinary experiment that combined decentralized power into local bodies. The Porto Alegre had set up a parallel organization operating alongside the municipal council, helping local people to take part in decision-making system. Second, nearly 30 lakh people in this city get to participate in making the budget for their own city. That people are making budget for their own city. To execute this, city was divided into many sectors or wards, and people from these wards were taken up and about 20,000 people are taking part in this system every year. This method also ensured that money cannot be spent only for colonies where rich people are living. The requirement, the needs, the aspects of poor people living colonies would also be developed. And buses will run everywhere as like are running in rich colonies. A similar experiment has been exercised in our country also, in Kerala. And in Kerala also, many people in many cities, people are taking part in budget planning, in developmental aspects of their city, of their area. And this experiment, the Brazilian experiment in Kerala, is also successful. So that's all in this video. In coming up video, we will discuss the summary of the chapter, that is federalism. Thank you very much. Keep on watching.